Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. BRL Tier 2, Split 2, whatever you want to call it, here at the Singapore Grand Prix. I'm really excited. My name is John Webster. I'm alongside Colin, just as last week. We come off a week at the Italian Grand Prix where it was a very, very, very high intensity race towards the end. But the driver who pulled it out was Tazonic after a battle between 5 cars at the end of the race in a span of 6 laps. Tazonic pulled it out. Very good race. I'd go and check that out. But we come here to Singapore. Very excited. Colin, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing quite fine. I'm just kind of looking over our chats right now, just making sure everyone's doing okay. There's been no connection issues thus far, so I'm just kind of multitasking, but I love Singapore. There's always some great battling here, and as soon as qualify is over, I'm sure we're going to see some great battling into turn one, and the big, long 31 enduring laps here. For any wheel users to pad, I feel there is a bit of a endurance for buff to being pad and not needing to really drive versus some of the wheel drivers. So that might be a factor here tonight.
Definitely. We're going to check something real quick with the stream. It is not showing up with the game volume, which is quite interesting. So I might have to quit out, which would be a shame. But we are going to check that out right now.
Usually if you pause and unpause, they had it set in their patch notes
Ah, there we go.
to fix the audio.
There we go. Thank God. All right, we're back here. We're riding on board Wiser Square. A bunch of these drivers tending to go out in the mediums. We do see Ritzy Raccoon in the Alfa Romeo. Had a good run last time. Led for some of the race at the Italian Grand Prix on those soft compound tires here at the Singapore Grand Prix. We also see Tox and Fire on those softs. WhiffyWinner, your points leader. I'm pretty sure he's your points leader.
WhiffyWinner is our points leader. He's up by 17 points on BRL Maverick, who's in second place with Tazonic, winner from last week, in third.
Yeah, and Whiffy put on a good show last week. I mean, he was up there in the gaggle of 5 cars for that victory there. Again, I'd check that race out if you haven't seen it. It's on the BRL page. Wiser Square starting his hot lap. It's right on board. Little deep through there, smooth. Late apex through there. Gets back on the power, up to 5th. See what he can do here in turn 3, turn 4. Pretty smooth through there, doesn't hit the wall, doesn't run wide, activates DRS. Looks like a clean first sector out of him in his McLaren. Now, Colin, what do you think the strategy is going to be here today?
Well, that's an ultimate call on safety cars and how clean these guys are going to keep it out of the wall. Without a safety car, I have to say the medium hard or hard medium, whatever which way you can run it, is going to be the stronger set. But with a safety car, I would have to say that the soft medium, especially if the safety car comes out earlier in the race, is going to be quite a big deal for any soft runners that feel like qualifying. Because the softs do not last long here at all. If there is a safety car within the first 3 laps, I would definitely be pitting for mediums and saying, woof, I got myself out of that sticky situation. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, these soft compound tires around here don't last at all. I know from experience of my racing career over in UFR. A couple weeks ago, we had a race here, and wow, I made the mistake of qualifying on those soft compound tires, and I really got punished for them. So Wiser Square puts in a 1:37.6, good time out of him. Let's see who's the next across the line. It's going to be, I think it's going to be Ritzy Raccoon in his Alfa Romeo. Looking quite smooth through here. That's tough. Under the bridge is very, very tough here. This final corner, you can get an invalidated lap if you hit the curb a little bit too much, but as he goes, pretty smooth through there. And Andre Murray goes quickest on those softs with a 1:36.3. BRL slots right behind his teammate, and Ritzy goes behind Andre Murray. So Andre Murray is a driver in BRL's Tier 1, or Split 1, and it looks like he has joined for the Tier 2 race today. But WhiffyWinner, your points leader, goes second in his Toro Rosso. Good time out of him in on those mediums. Who else is up here? Toxin. Toxin went in. All right, Funky Cactus in his racing point. Kind of was in the midfield all day at the Italian Grand Prix. I think he wrecked out towards the end, which was a shame for him, but as he comes across the line, let's see what he can do on those soft tires, and he goes to third. Very good time out of him.
See, it seems like some of these guys are doing
Maverick,
some Joker
actually,
laps.
Yeah, it does seem like that. And Maverick actually goes to third with a 1:36.8. Good time out of him. He was very confident coming in. He was putting in some good time trial times for this race. So
seems like a few of these soft runners are trying to pull a joke on maybe some unknowing other drivers, saying, "Look at all these guys qualifying on softs," but it looks like some of these guys might have been backing out from some of their runs, as Weiser Square and Exia have a very comparable time from mediums to softs, and even the same from Funky Cactus and Ritzy.
Next goes fourth.
X is a little bit faster on the softs, but again, I don't know if these guys are wanting to qualify on the softs. It's really not a good strategy call, but again, maybe these guys are saying it's Singapore, there's going to be a safety car, and that's the way it's going to be. I understand, but if I'm saying there's going to be an early safety car, I'm almost looking at maybe going on the hards to start, because you know, you might be able to slot some positions.
Hit the wall. Kazonic just brushed the wall barely there. But, yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I mean, I'm going to pray for these guys on these softs because it is very treacherous out there after 2 laps. I cannot handle it. And I raced on a wheel, so it was not very fun. But Tazonic doesn't improve. He's down in 13th on those hards. So LDR Redeemer is also on those hards. And Saxman actually got in front of SF1 Cardinal on the hard compound tires. So he looks pretty racy here. But yes, the strategy is usually medium to hard, but there is always a chance for that safety car, so you never know here at Singapore. HRC, your pole sitter from last week, is now on a lap on those soft tires. Looking nice and smooth, very quick driver.
He's only going out, he has a qualifying ban, I do believe. But he's only going out because there's been a recent glitch with the game where if you don't do at least an out lap, it doesn't save your setup. So he's just doing an out lap coming back into the pit so that hopefully the game saves it, and then he's going to retire to serve the qualifying ban for this week.
All right, so HRC, we are not going to pay attention to him anymore. But BRL Alderton Jr. looks like he's going to start a lap on hards in his Williams. He was a new driver from last week. He's been racing in the Tier 1 BRL for a little bit. So very consistent driver in there. Usually towards the mid-pack, back to mid-pack, but has shown some pace throughout the year. He did get a pole at Baku, I do remember that.
I know he said he was lacking some pace as he couldn't practice as much, unfortunately, due to his own personal life circumstances, and said he was lacking some pace, so he felt like Tier 2 was a little bit closer to his speed, so that's why he's back here now. I want to see if that is true. I want to see if he can still compete, or if his pace has really fallen off that much, because, you know, people have things to do. We all got lives. That's the way it goes.
Yeah, for sure, and he's a great driver.
Still pushing very hard to get down that time. At least he's on those hards trying to put in a banker.
Yeah, he has been a little bit squirrely. I've been watching him here. But those hards are hard to get up in temperature quickly here. So as he comes through the tunnel right now, clean through there, stays in third gear, goes up to fourth, back down to third. His final, this little chicane that he's going through right now. Gets back in the power. Now what will he do coming up to the line right about now? DRS open, let's see. Doesn't improve, and HRC has retired from the session because it is a qualifying ban, so he is out of the way. Toxin looks to be on the lap in his jack-o'-lantern helmet. Very cool. Good touch out of him in that Red Bull. But Skeppy looks to be the closest one that is going to get in a lap here. Very clean, consistent driver. Last week, I think he found himself up there in the field, and I think he retired. I'm not sure.
I think he disconnected. I think he had an internet issue.
That's right. That is correct.
I do believe this week he's on pad after his kid unfortunately got a hold of his wheel and I think broke some gears along the inside, which destroyed his force feedback. So yeah, he's waiting for a wheel. I know he's on pad tonight, so we'll see what he's gonna be able to muster. I've been watching talks, and he set up purple 1-2 on softs. He's looking to maybe improve on Andre's time.
Yeah, we're gonna watch Skeppy come around the final couple of corners here. DRS activated. Where does he go? He goes 9th in his Renault. Decent time out of him. That's a shame that his kid messed up his wheel, though. Oh, I would be furious. But Toxin, here he comes in his Red Bull around the final corner. What can he do? He cut that a lot there. Oh, and he goes 3rd, right behind WhiffyWinner. So
only down by about half a second on
racing.
Andre, but Andre seemingly to have a strong pace compared to the rest of the pack.
Yeah, it looks like Andre is really going to be the class of the field. And Mex Senna is coming across the line now and goes up to 11. Good for him. Who else? There's a Haas coming around, so it's Mex. Does he improve? No, he does not. Oh, that was just an outlap out of Mex. Excuse me. Funky Cactus cutting the track. He has invalidated his lap, which is a shame. Let's see what his teammate LDR Redeemer is starting a lap now in his racing point. Who else is there? Yellow flag, sector 2. There's a McLaren letting a Mercedes by. Oh, we got a glitch going on here, which is a shame. Who's the next across the line? There's a Ferrari coming up. CJ Gaming. New, looks to be a new driver here in BRL Tier 2. I can't say I remember him, but he goes up to 8th with a 137.4. And Saxman, you are now on pole with a 136.0. The Mercedes went purple to take the pole away from Andre Muri with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this qualifying session. Very good time out of him. Very quick driver as well.
It's not often the threshold you see with the often race strategy of the mediums and hards, but it seems like these guys have opted for the softs, thinking there's going to be a safety car. I'm wondering if we're going to see any 35s from one of these guys on a final run, just trying to put themselves a little bit farther up on pole.
I just think this is a really bad strategy. I'm sorry, but it is
I do
not,
disagree, but we are not the drivers tonight. It is their strategy call. It's, you know, and it's the same as every other race. We all make our choice, and you gotta stick to it. Whiffy is usually on the invert. I think the medium runners that are in the group is going to be good. I don't think there's anything wrong with running a soft at this point, and if you're not in the top 10, you still run the medium. So people like Exia and Skeppy who have put in a soft run, it's not really hurting them a whole lot because they still have that freedom of choice.
Let me interrupt you here. Andre Muri coming around the final corner and takes that pole away, a 137.5. We are now into the 135. Sorry, not a 137.5. Jeez, I cannot read. A 135.7. We're now in the 35s. Great lap out of him. He is also, like I said earlier, a Tier 1 driver, so he's definitely quick. So, who else is on a lap? There's a McLaren. Is he going in the pit lane? Yes, he is. Weiser Square. So these drivers are starting to prepare for their final laps. Let's see if anyone can touch Andre Muri. I'm not sure, Colin.
Everyone's into the pit. It looks like lots of people are going to line up for a final soft run, and it's going to be a no-holds-barred for the last 3 minutes of these guys all trying to put in a lap to say who's on top. I guess all these guys are going for race position out of the gate and going to try and hold it from that point. With Tier 2 being such a tight pack, same with Tier 1, I can't necessarily blame them for wanting track position.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you are right. Mex, though, is the only runner on those medium tires. I think he should stay put and do the opposite of everyone else. That might benefit him later in the race, but it was a shame for BRL Aldefrick Jr. as he was going through the turn 4. I'm pretty sure that is turn 4. Yeah, turn 4. He just invalidated his lap, so he has to come around again, save up his stuff, and hopefully he can get another lap in on those softs. The softs degrade very quick.
We'll see if he even has enough fuel to do that kind of run. He might just have enough, but...
And Andre Muri's going to do another lap, I think. No, he does not. No, he does, but he does not improve, so... Everybody's just waiting. It's a waiting game now. You have to come around out of the pits round about now, I think, is the pinnacle time that you want to be out there. But,
it is last call.
Yeah.
This is the last call at this point. If you don't go out now, you aren't making it out.
Unless you cut the track, which is illegal, but we're riding on board.
Penalized.
SF1 Cardinal. SF1 Cardinal, I think he debuted last week as well. He did quite well in the Italian Grand Prix. So he became unfortunate later in the race, but you're going to see him in his number 66 Haas. God, I love this track. Isn't it beautiful?
Lost his wing in sector 3 on his outlap, so I guess he's not going to get a good run. He's going to return to the pits. CJ Gaming on his
oh,
final
wow,
run.
That's a shame.
Yeah. Just into the sector 3 chicanes, though, under that bridge, man. I get it, because you're trying to turn up everything before you come around, but it's also not exactly a place where you can drop that kind of focus either.
Yeah, so I think the first one to come across the line right now is going to be Funky Cactus, but he has invalidated his lap, so we're going to stay with SF1 Cardinal and his Haas. Let's see what he can do. Right now down in 14th with a shameful time, but he jumps up to 6th. What a lap. A 136.9. Very good out of him. Spots right in front of his teammate, who is out on the softs, so that is surprising.
Beating McFace Days by a very small margin right now.
Yes, and Alderfer Jr. has backed out of his lap, so he will not improve. He is down. He's going to be starting down in 15th. Toxin, Maverick, Whiffy are all on outlaps right now. Saxman. Andre Muri is out. Oh, so...
He's retired in the pits?
Yes, he has. He's very confident of his time. Good for him.
But Saxman
We're going to watch Ritzy Raccoon come up. Oh, and he cuts it. Oh, that's a shame for Ritzy Raccoon. He will not improve on his time. An invalidated lap has just ended his night here in qualifying.
Saxman's through
him,
sector 3.
LDR
He's got purple 1, purple 2 as well.
LDR Redeemer goes 4th. Very good lap out of him. Oh, and oh my God, and Toxin is out of qualifying. He's lost his wing, has hit the wall. A little bit too greedy there,
Saxman's
buddy.
coming
A little bit
through. Oh, and he just doesn't beat Andre by the smallest margin. What a lap from him. What an amazing qualify. It's still top front, but man,
Now,
what a
Funky
close
Cactus
lap
is
between the
coming
two of
across
them.
the line now. He is in 9th and he backs out. He will stay in 9th. Actually, there's a McLaren of Weiser Square. Oh, he's invalidated his lap. Man, these invalidations are killing these drivers. And Skeppy is on the outlap. He's not made it. But Maverick is the next one to come up to the line with a time. Let's see what he can do.
Toxin
Very
has
good
no
driver.
front wing. Oh, he must have collected some sort of damage.
Yeah, he crashed. We got it. We got it on the stream. So, Maverick, let's see what it can do. He's in 6th right now.
No.
Very clean lap. Oh, he gets wide, and he does not improve, and he wrecks across the finish line. That's a shame for him. BRL Exia, another good driver.
He invalidated right at the end of his lap.
Oh, and
He was
Skeppy
up
goes up
above.
to 5th. So VRL Skeppy is up to 5th. Let's see what Toxin. Oh wait, yeah, Toxin lost his name, like you said. So that's gonna be it
That's
for
qualifying.
qualifying. Your pole man, yeah, your pole man is gonna be Andre Muri.
Loses out to
Very
Toxin
good
by
time to him.
1,000. Cardinal beats out
man.
McFace Taste by 2,000s, and Maverick is our only front runner on mediums.
Yeah, so This is definitely going to be interesting because those drivers up there on those soft compound tires, they're gonna feel it. I'm telling you, they're gonna feel it. So,
Well, the question is Maverick.
session.
Maverick might be the black sheep to have it because he's on the mediums.
Yeah, and
He
I
might have
really
to fight
think
his
that's
way
smart.
through turn 1, but being on the mediums and being in his position, he might do better than some of the rest of the competition when those softs fade away after 3-4 laps.
Yeah, definitely. So Andre Muri is on pole in his Alfa Romeo with a 135.7. Very good time out of him. Saxman came oh so close, but he will start second in his Mercedes. WhiffyWinner, your points leader in the Toro Rosso, is going to start third. Very consistent out of him. LDR Redeemer, BRL Skeppy, Toxin on fire, BRL Maverick on the mediums, SF1 Cardinal Mex, and Funky Cactus round out your top 10. I am interested to see who goes on those mediums or hards even, from 10th on down. I think we're bound to have a safety car, Colin. Oh, and it's raining. Oh my God.
What is this?
Oh no, this is gonna be a long
excellent.
one, boys.
This is excellent.
Oh,
no wonder
no.
these guys are out on softs because
I didn't
they're
even
on
think
to
of that.
inters.
I did not even think
course.
about that.
Of course.
Wow,
Well, you don't
that
often think about inters at Singapore, but this is going to be fun.
No, it won't. It's gonna be long, dragged out, and yeah. No, I'm playing, but wow. This is kind of a shock. I thought it was gonna be nice and dry, nice. Hopefully, it dries up towards the end of the race, but yeah, for those guys stuck in the back, I'm so sorry for you. Now I understand why everybody went on the soft. So we want to say hello to the 10 viewers. We're about to get this race started. There's 5 seconds left to go. Colin, who is your one to watch tonight? And pick one to watch and one race winner.
One to watch. See, that's a great question. I would probably have to say HRC from the back, being on that qualify ban, but we've seen them do pretty good on pace, but someone to win it. I don't know if Andre can hold it from the beginning. I would like to say that Saxman has it, and I would like to say that they could be the race winner for today, but I guess it's a Merc day for me today. That's just going to be the way it's going to be. HRC and Saxman. We're just cheering for Mercedes.
Yeah. Are you German?
No, Dutch, but I don't care much for Merc that much.
All right, good. All right. Yeah, no, I'm a Ferrari fan, so. But for me, I'm going to have to say, I think your race winner will be WhiffyWinner. He's very consistent. He was good last week. He lasted those tires most of the race. No, that was Tazonic. Excuse me. That was his teammate. But no, I think WhiffyWinner, your points leader, very consistent all year long. I think he will win this race from third on the grid. One to watch from the back. I'm going to go Weiser Square. Weiser Square last week went 23 or 24 laps on mediums.
It is true. That is a good call out.
Finish on the podium at the Italian Grand Prix. So I look for him to come through the field and see what's going on. So maybe he can get up there. We say hello to all the 12 viewers, and Ritzy Raccoon has had some connection issues, and he has left.
And he's off the grid, unfortunately.
He is off the grid, yes. So he will not be partaking in tonight's race, which is a shame. He was starting 11th, but as the drivers go, it is pouring down. Yeah, it's a nice drizzle.
It's a nice drizzle. Who knows? It might be a mixed race. We might get to see some of those dries come back on later in the race. Who knows? The safety car, things like that, it'll change up a lot of things. We'll have to just see. It should be a pretty good race overall. But, yeah.
I'm excited. I'm really, all right, so I love Singapore. Again, I love it. But in the rain, it's just a whole different dynamic. You really gotta be on it. So if these drivers make one mistake, they are in the wall. And poor Ritzy has joined back, and I'm not sure his car.
It's off the grid. I think that's it. He's done, unless there's a lobby reset for, 6 other drivers disconnecting. I think he's unfortunately out.
Which is a shame for him because he last week led some of the race and was up there battling for the lead until he had to make a late pit stop.
But again, that's the things we're asking for in F1 2020. Hopefully we have that sorted by June 10th for the game release, or July 10th rather.
I can't wait for that game. It looks very, very good.
Oh, I've heard lots of people talking about it, and I've heard my friends say PC graphics, and I say I just want stable lobbies. I don't give a fuck about the graphics. I just want to play. I just want all of us to enjoy and play. And hopefully we can do
definitely
that, so.
As the drivers come up to the final couple of corners to be placed on the grid. Oh man. Buckle up, 12 viewers. Buckle up.
Gonna be a good one.
Yes, it will. Definitely will.
Sonic needed to go on the... I guess he overshot a corner and didn't want to hit somebody, and he's trying to catch up, but hope he doesn't make everybody else's tires too cold. He's trying to run his way to the line.
That could be a strategy play out of Tazonic.
Well, I saw he was in the overrun, and he flipped it around. It didn't look like he reset the track at all, so I respect him for that. He's just trying to make it back through as fast as he can.
Here he comes. This Toro Rosso is almost on the grid. It is coming to the grid now. The drivers are all set up. And he is rolling, and he is stopped. Well, here we go.
5 red lights. Let's do this.
1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 light. Lights out, and away we go. Very tentative start for most of these drivers. Andre Muri gets a good start, and Maverick and Skeppy hit.
Skeppy's already up into a podium position from 5th. He's making a move, and him and WhiffyWinner take damage.
Oh, and he's around. And Skeppy is around. WhiffyWinner gets the place back. There's a huge gaggle of cars in the back. There's a racing point almost around. Oh my God, this has been messy. This is a messy first lap. Has anyone crashed? It does not look like it, but they are going very slow back there.
Their way through.
We have a Ferrari and a McLaren quite close to each other back in the field. The Ferrari of CJ Gaming is trying to make some spots up here in the early stages, but let's get back up. Oh, and Skeppy's
taking wing damage. He's moving out of the way, but battling behind is not helping. He almost got taken out by Exia, who's battling.
And the Ferrari of CJ Gaming and Exia have just collided a little bit. Should be interesting to see what kind of damage, or if any damage, was done. But Andre Muri continues to lead. Very good start out of him. Saxman right behind him. About 7/10 here on this first lap. WhiffyWinner collided with BRL Skeppy there at the start. And he does have wing damage. So WhiffyWinner does have wing damage, and that's going to compromise him for a very long time here if he does not go in and get that fixed. Maverick up a couple positions as of now.
But is that going to give the top 2 a run at a one-on-one battle? Because if Whiffy holds them back with a broken wing, it might just leave Andre and Saxman to run away with this and have a one-on-one to say who's the king of Singapore.
Yeah, for sure. Right now, there's just a big train. Actually, Tazonic is your biggest gainer. Actually, no, it's HRC. HRC from the back of the grid is your biggest gainer at the start. He has made up 6 positions, along with Tazonic, who's made up 5. So.
And Toxin's gone wide.
Oh, and Toxin
at the end
lost his front wing.
Yeah, and went wide at the end of lap 1 and hit the wall.
Oh, he's lost an end plate.
And Tazonic snuck his way through, and he's already up 6 positions as well now with HRC. So they're both tied for positions moved after that.
Yeah, Tazonic is up on it right now, but there is... Oh, and Andre Muri is going for a move, and Saxman is going for a move on Andre Muri, and Andre Muri has actually lost a little bit of his end plate while Saxman was trying to overtake him, so that might be reviewed after the race, but Saxman is now in control of this race in his Mercedes. So Saxman is now your leader. WhiffyWinner and Andre Murray both have wing damage.
And Aldifer found himself into a wall after there was traffic in Sector 2, and he's going to need a whole new wing as well.
Oh man, these drivers, they gotta relax right now. And LDR Redeemer getting a little bit close there to WhiffyWinner, thinking about a move, late braking like Felipe Massa and Bruno Senna. 2012, I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct on that. Massa, of course, making the move through there as we ride on through with Tazonic. Yellow flag sector 2, and it looks to be a McLaren of Weiser Square. And Weiser Square has went deep, saved it, no wing damage. So he is, and he's got Aldifer right behind him as well. So those two are at the back. Aldifer has lost most of his left end wing, so he will have to pit. What else? What kind of wings do these guys have? Senna is fine. HRC, I'm pretty sure, is fine. And Saxman puts in a new lap there. Oh, and WhiffyWinner on Andre Murray. WhiffyWinner on Andre Murray. He's got the inside. Going up over the curb. This might open the door for LDR Redeemer and that racing point to get by to both of them.
Yes, but Maverick's also trying to get himself in close too. But yeah, Redeemer's going to have a chance to make a move. He's probably going to try and... He's just going to wait. He's not putting it overtake. He's not fighting these guys. He's letting the two of them have it out.
Whiffy is going to try around the outside of Andre Murray. That's not going to work. That's covered off. But Redeemer and Maverick are looking to strike right behind him.
Behind. McFaceface is slotted right behind. Tazonic is slotted right behind with all their battling. And Funky Cactus is now bringing it up, making it a big change.
Wide. And now WhiffyWinner has taken that second position. LDR Redeemer is all over the back of Andre Murray now. Andre Murray, that wing damage must be compromising him. And
Maverick gets a touch into Redeemer.
Yes, they do. So that spreads out the field a little bit there. There's a big train going, but Maverick accidentally taps LDR Redeemer, gets him a little squirrely, and then they stack up behind him. Hopefully nobody got wing damage. Doesn't look like it.
Sonic goes a little bit deep. He takes off his wing, and Funky Cactus slinks his way through.
And next, SF1 Cardinal is now looking on a move. He's going to go up the inside, and Cardinal gets around him, as well as Toxin on fire. So Tazonic, your biggest gainer so far in the race, has just hit the wall, and now he is following a BRL Skeppy with a 3-second time penalty. So Tazonic is going to have to pit here. Long race, boys, long race. 4 out of 31, and Saxman is your leader by almost 4 seconds now. 4 seconds to be exact now. So he has really pulled away, and he is driving away, and Aldifer Jr. has crashed, it looks like.
And Redeemer has taken Andre, as Andre's gone deep into turn 1, and he's going to slot himself through. Maverick slot himself up into 4th. So these guys are fighting for the podium position of 3rd now at this point.
So, yeah, Andre Murray is really struggling. His wing, both end plates are off it, so he is very slow. But let's see what Maverick can do here.
McFaceface is on
Redeemer, and Aldifer
Andre.
takes 10-second time penalty for cutting the circuit. Still a yellow flag. Now we're back under green in Sector 2, but Andre Murray is really holding up Funky Cactus. It goes deep and makes a little bit of contact with Mex. Funky Cactus runs in the back of him, gives him a little love tap there, but everything clean. Doesn't look like any of the wings have fallen off besides Andre Murray's broken end plates, so let's see if Funky Cactus can make a move here through the bridge section. I'm not sure. Very tight through here. Kind of spread out besides these two. And Saxman is just driving away. So Saxman is now in front of Whiffy by almost 5.5 seconds in his Mercedes. So he is on it here tonight. He loves this track. I spoke to him earlier.
Yeah, but a safety car would really put a bum in his plan unless he somehow gets an earlier pit before everybody else. Somehow, some way. But yeah, he's running away with a 6-second gap, with Whiffy not being able to catch up with a broken wing.
There's a yellow flag, and it's Weiser Square. Weiser Square in the McLaren. I am not sure what happened. Did he go deep by chance? Virtual safety car is out. BRL Alderfer Jr. has retired in the pit lane. So the VSC is out. For those drivers who do have wing damage, now would be a good time to pit.
CJ
But
Gaming,
Saxman,
Weiser, Tazonic, you know, all these guys that do have that little bit of wing damage, it is the time, but that will slot everybody else up to gain those positions on all these guys with some hurt wing.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, Alderfer did not retire, and he's out there between Saxman and WhiffyWinner, but Saxman has now opened up an 8-second gap. So he is really on it. He's going to drive away from this field from WhiffyWinner and see what he can do. A safety car would definitely put a wrench to his plans right now. So an HRC,
I can say the same thing for Funky Cactus right now, who's, you know,
and Mex and Andre Muri, CJ Gaming, and Weiser Square are all in the pits. Go ahead, Colin. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's just with Maverick and Funky Cactus, there's quite there, I'm sure. Mad. It's just, yeah, with number 1 running so far away, I guess they're just going to try and fight for what points they can, unless a safety car does come out. But HRC has moved up 10 positions so far since the beginning. He's pushing on Toxin, trying to get himself around, but he's fighting for those positions.
Yeah, he is. He's going back and forth. But HRC looks to make a move on Toxin here. He is your biggest gainer, up 10 positions from dead last in 8th in his Mercedes. So very good run out of him so far. He's going to make a move on Toxin. He's getting very eager. Down in the 3rd gear. It does look wetter out there from the start of the race. I'm wondering if wets will be the tire that people would like to go on at some point. And Tazonic has already put on the wets. So that is just, and the HRC gets a little bit loose there, but that just re-ups my point there of these drivers could go out on those wet tires. HRC is all over the gearbox of Toxin, looks up the inside and he gets the move done. Toxin a little loose there, so HRC can try to go after SF1 Cardinal, who is in 6th position now. Yeah, it is getting wetter and wetter out here, and WhiffyWinner is in 2nd. LDR Redeemer right behind him, and Maverick in his Renault is in 4th. These cars are social distancing right now, as I can tell. Mex Senna and Toxin look pretty close, and Andre Muri getting a little squirrely there in his Alfa Romeo. This seems to be the battle right now. The 2 Red Bulls, HRC and SF1 Cardinal, with Exia in the background. Just peeking in there, peeking in the shot. So, and a little bit of team play there. Mex Senna, Toxin lets Mex Senna by. So good on the Red Bull boys. See if Mex Senna can go up there and challenge HRC for that 7th position. HRC is gaining on SF1 Cardinal, though, in that Haas.
A lot of these guys are just trying to tiptoe it around. I guess that weather and that rain is just making it a difficult slog to get through here. I'm sure maybe not. Sonic is also pitted for the inters again, so maybe it is not time for the wets. Interesting.
Yeah, I am not sure. We'll have to see, but Saxman has opened up an 8-second lead, like I said earlier. He's just driving away from this field who are battling. WhiffyWinner does have some damage onto his end plate. And right behind him is LDR Redeemer and Maverick. And he gets a little bit loose. Great save from Maverick there. So Maverick still in 4th in that Renault. Let's go back in the field a little bit, see what's happening. So HRC is now all over the back of SF1 Cardinal. So he's making ground up very quickly, very quick driver, as we saw last week, the Italian Grand Prix getting pole. And SF1 Cardinal loses the back end.
He saves it just in time.
What a save!
Get out of HRC's way, and that's just going to slow him a bit, but Mex Senna's going to try and make an opportunity of it as they're coming down. Next time is going to try and take the
Senna.
outside line, but HRC defends it off. But
Wow,
good on Cardinal
was-
for saving that snap on that corner. He avoided that collision, I'll say that.
Wow, that was very close. That's one of the closest calls I've ever seen. But HRC continues on, gets the move done, and next follows him right in behind. 6th and 7th they run. Next guy ahead is 5 seconds down the road. It's Funky Cactus in his racing point.
And he can just
But
sort of see
Saxman is-
Funky Cactus in the distance, so he's just going to keep fighting to claw that in a little bit closer and closer.
Yeah, for sure. And WhiffyWinner and LDR Redeemer, that gap looks to be staying the same, along with Maverick, who's just lurking back there in his Renault in 4th. But Saxman has just dominated this race, absolute masterclass. After getting past Andre Muri in the opening stages, he has now opened up a 10-second lead. A 10-second lead as LDR Redeemer gets a little loose there in his racing point. It's hard not to here in this wet conditions. Gears down so we can get that better traction. These drivers run 8 laps in now.
Xena is
Some of
not
these guys
wanting to
back
let
here.
go of HRC, but HRC is slowly closing in that 5-second gap. He's already got it down to about a 4.6. He's trying to close it in by 0.3, 0.4 a lap, maybe in a few more laps when these guys pit. He might be right on the back of Funky Cactus. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very quick driver, like I said earlier, so he can really get after Funky Cactus now that he's got some of this clean air. But he does still have Mex behind him, and Mex is looking real racy here. Gap is about 5/10. Just right on board with him. Brings the car to 2nd through that one. Back up to 3rd. Back down to 3rd through here. That wall juts out, and if you get a little bit deep in that corner, you are screwed. But HRC is not really pulling away from Mex, but is gaining little by little on Funky Cactus. Let's go back up to the leaders here. LDR Redeemer is still right behind WhiffyWinner. Saxman, 10-second lead for him. Looks very confident in that Mercedes. Nice.
He's trying to watch as Exia is catching up on Toxin a bit, but the last few laps, Toxin's been gaining on Cardinal, so I wonder if there's going to be a 3-way battle and a few more laps between the 3 of those guys from 8th to 10th.
Yeah, and that's for the final points too. But yeah, Alderford Jr., what a shame for him. He's looking to have a good night. He is now a lap down, and Skeppy is almost a lap down. So those guys need to get back on it, but as they continue, maybe they'll get a break here at some point. Maybe a safety car comes out.
Hey,
HRC
has
got that gap
down.
down.
Of the way through, and these guys are all still
At yellow flag
going.
sector 2, and it's BRL Skeppy. It is Skeppy going very, very slow. Maybe he's hit the wall, went a little bit too deep.
He's lost his whole front wing.
Oh no!
But he saved
So
it
if
from the
he
wall.
crashes through here, there might bring out a safety car. But what a shame
no
for
crashes
him.
yet
I mean,
in the wet though of Singapore. 1/3 of the way in.
oh,
You
and
gotta say that's
Toxin
commendable.
does a little over/under on Exia. I think Exia was a little bit too deep there, and again too deep, and he's just hit the wall. Oh my God. Well, Exia in the McLaren has gone deep, and looks like he's reset to track.
No, I
But-
think he just pulled it through.
Did he? Did he pull it? I wasn't
he
sure.
drove.
It looked like he reset. Okay.
He backed
All
up
right,
and
so-
drove through. We're all good there.
This opens the door for a guy like Next Fast Pass to
Heading to the points.
get that final, finally getting the points. But Exia has lost most of his. Oh, and he's hit the wall again. What a shame for him. He was just a little bit too eager there on Toxin, and he goes a little bit deep, and that gets him a time penalty. Gotta love these track limits here at Singapore. They gotta quit that for next year's game. But as we continue, Saxman still with a 10-second gap out front. Yellow flag, Sitker, and Skeppy has retired.
He is in the pit.
Yes, so he has retired in the pit.
He
but
possibly
yeah, so that's
has
your
run
first
out of
DNF.
inters to run. I'm sure these guys might be into that issue of how many wings versus how many inters can you run.
Yeah, definitely right on board. BRL Maverick, who's sitting in 4th right now. LDR Redeemer just in front of him at his racing point. With WhiffyWinner still out there on that broken front wing. And Maverick goes a little, almost makes contact with Redeemer. A little too anxious there. But saves it, good save out of him. And the McLaren of Exie has also just retired in the pit lane. CJ Gaming has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Extended track limits. Redeemer goes a little bit wide there in his racing point. This might open the door for Maverick going up through the bridge. They are really getting loose now. Losing the back end. Maverick a little bit deep there, but corrals it. Saxman, this just opens the door for Saxman to continue on this masterclass that he is putting in right now. This seems like a very good time to talk about the sponsors of BRL. So we do have BRL merchandise, anything from sweatshirts to t-shirts to hoodies. That is a sweatshirt, I'm an idiot. Phone cases, mouse pad, very quality stuff. I love it. It's got the logo on it, Breakout Racing League. So if you guys are interested in that, we do have some of that. GT Racing Gaming Chairs. We are sponsored by GT Racing Gaming Chairs. I was on the site the other day, looked like some good quality gaming chairs. So they sponsor us, so shout out to them. Then we have Rogue Energy. I have not tried the energy drink. I want to try it. Looks quite good. We are sponsored by them. And Game Grind Coffee. Game Grind Coffee sponsors us. Energy drink for gamers. Gotta love coffee. Everybody loves coffee in the morning, right, Colin?
I'll disagree for my own personal things.
Really?
Canadian, I don't know. We have a different view on coffee.
Guy.
No.
The Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons is gut ride. That's the worst level of coffee.
Well, I have Dunkin' Donuts where I live, and I'm more of a Starbucks fan, so I have to get around that. LDR Redeemer loses the back end as they run. Saxman at first, WhiffyWinner in second. LDR Redeemer rounds out your podium positions as of now. Penalties might not play a factor here because it is in the wet. People are going slow, so we'll get called on that later in the race.
But it might have a difference between 2, 3, 4, as the 3 of them have been fighting since lap 1, as WhiffyWinner, LDR Redeemer, and Maverick have just been at it this entire time.
Yeah, for sure. They've been going at it for second and fourth. But HRC has closed that gap to now 2 seconds on Funky Cactus for 5th, so he is coming very quickly. He is your biggest gainer starting from the back in his Mercedes. But yeah, it's the field is practicing social distancing right now.
I think Whiffy's the one that's in a bit of a trouble out of the top 4 because he's the one that still needs to fix his wing. And Maverick gets a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, Mav. So we were just talking about it. HRC with a 3-second time penalty as well. So we were just talking about it. That means that Maverick might lose a position of Funky Cactus there. Funky Cactus gets on its high horse, but Saxman has just opened up.
He's probably still got to fix his wing. That's an extra 5 seconds in the pit. So Maverick is still going to be probably able to move up into 3rd. It's just a question if he can get around Redeemer and maybe make a gap to make that 3 seconds not matter.
Whiffy looks quite quick without a front wing, and here at Singapore, you can actually do that, and it might make the car feel better in the rain. I've done it here before. Lose a little bit of your wing, and it makes the car turn a little bit more. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it does. So Whiffy might not change that front wing. Oh, and Redeemer goes
Redeemer
deep.
gets a
He hits
little bit of the
wall.
wall. And Maverick wants to make a move, but there's not enough room on track to do it in that tiny corridor.
I got a little bit of lag there, so it looked like Redeemer hit the wall, but
yeah, he did.
It looked like Maverick was making a move.
He tried to, at least.
That is
I know
a
Maverick
nasty
wants to make
helmet,
a move.
I have to say. That is a nasty helmet on LDR Redeemer. I do not like that. But, is that black? No, it's like a maroon. It irks me. But let's get back to the action here. BRL Maverick is all over the gearbox of LDR Redeemer. But the rain looks like it is letting up here a little bit here at the Singapore Grand Prix. I wonder at the end if that rain will go away or it might intensify.
Oh, a bit of another leg spike there for Redeemer. Maverick's still trying to look at the back of him. He's closing it in tight. Might try to make
Maverick
a move down
getting very antsy
before turn 1.
Oh, and Redeemer gets a 3-second
time
penalty. Oh, wow. So the two of them both now have a 3-second time penalty, and Whiffy is driving away on that missing end plate Toro Rosso. Oh, and they made contact, third and fourth, Redeemer and Maverick. And Redeemer's just lagging everywhere. He is on low connection, so this is making for some fun commentary right now. But Funky Cactus is gaining on Maverick, and here comes HRC, your biggest gainer, starting all the way from the back.
I think these guys are now fighting the deg, now being 12 laps into these tires. It's probably not feeling amazing at this point, but I'm sure these guys just want to do the one stop on the inters and make it to the end, so push a little bit farther, but I'm sure it doesn't feel great at 12 laps in on inters.
Yeah, it probably doesn't, but as they continue now, Funky Cactus is gaining on his teammate BRL Maverick in the Renault. WhiffyWinner kind of driving away, but the person who's really driving away is Saxman 24. He's extended that gap to almost 13.5 seconds now.
HRC's closed in to almost a second on Funky Cactus as well. We might have a good 5-man battle for second to sixth again between these drivers.
Just lurking in the back, so this is really where the action is. Saxman is driving away. So I'm not sure when he is bound to pit, but this track is drying up and there is no more rain in the sky. So that means, oh man, maybe next lap these drivers come in and put on mediums or hards. And actually BRL Maverick is diving into the pits now, and WhiffyWinner as well cuts the track a little bit. So WhiffyWinner and Maverick are in to put on the dry tires. Let's see what they put on. It's going to be mediums for Mav, and it's going to be hards for no, it's going to be mediums for WhiffyWinner. And
these guys are probably going to go to the end on those mediums.
Of Maverick, so he stays in front. That was pretty close, but Funky Cactus is now looking at a move on his teammate, LDR Redeemer. They go side by side down into the left-hander here. Who's going to give? LDR Redeemer gives. So Funky Cactus finds himself up in the second. HRC is all over the back of LDR Redeemer now. So Redeemer losing some spots here.
But WhiffyWinner did not fix his wing in the pit when he got those mediums. No, that's why he came out in front of Maverick. So the question is that wing damage going to slow him down? And is Maverick going to be able to get around in the dry now? I understand wing damage in the wet is one thing, but wing damage in the dry is a whole other demon.
Especially here at Singapore, but all the drivers look to be going on dry tires as of now. SF1 Cardinal, I don't know what he's doing on those softs, but God bless him. But yeah, Toxin and Next Center, the two Red Bulls, have gone out on the hard compound tires. Everybody else on the mediums besides SF1 Cardinal, but the top four have not pit. And they are probably losing a lot of time right as of now. Saxman's going to pit though this time. Let's see what kind of tires he chooses. Nice and smooth through there. Gets a little bit on the curve. Slow down, and he's in the pit lane. So very good stuff. And Funky Cactus hits the wall a little bit there. Let's see if he loses a bit of an end plate. Didn't see anything flying though, but all these drivers do have to pit, so hopefully nobody gets a time penalty here, but
Funky Cactus and Redeemer have to double stack. They should have swapped it out, and Funky Cactus
gets a 3-second time penalty, so I totally forgot about that. So these drivers do have to double stack.
And that's going to
so
slot.
This is going to lose hella time for LDR Redeemer.
That's going to put Maverick
and
right
here
through.
Comes WhiffyWinner. And here comes WhiffyWinner. Saxman is already out. HRC is going to pass Funky Cactus. No, he's not. HRC is going to get by LDR Redeemer, but WhiffyWinner and Maverick are now second and third. Mex gets a 3-second time penalty. Mexena is now up to fifth on those hards. So HRC is going to have to get by him. SF1 Cardinal is now in front of LDR Redeemer because they had to double stack. And Maverick looking real racy on WhiffyWinner. DRS is now available. Maverick wants to go because WhiffyWinner does have that end plate missing here in the dry. Oh, a little over the corner. And Toxin on Fire gets a 3-second time penalty. He's down in 11th. Any other close battles going on besides those two? Not really. Social distancing still being practiced out here, but WhiffyWinner and Maverick are still somewhat 6 feet apart. They're getting closer though.
HRC is closing in that gap on Maxena because he's got the hards versus the mediums, and he's closing it in. He's already got down to 1.4. It was 2 seconds just a short while ago. 0.9 now. He's pushing those mediums, trying to catch up to Mex. Is he going to try and make an overtake on the turn one? I would imagine so. With DRS, it's probably going to be open, and these guys will just fly.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm just interested to see. And actually, HRC is harassing Mexena right now. Rest in peace to Ayrton Senna. It was his birthday the other day. I think yesterday it was. 26 years ago, he is. No, it was the death of Ayrton Senna, excuse me,
yes.
It wasn't his birthday. Yeah, but 26 years ago, he tragically passed away in 1994 at Imola. What a legend, so rest in peace to him. But HRC has got around Mexena. He looks to set his sights on Funky Cactus. Looks very, very racy now. Now that he's in clean air. Maverick still all over the back of WhiffyWinner. I'd like to take this time and thank all the viewers for tuning in. There's 9 viewers as of now. Earlier we had 13 or 14, so hopefully they come back. See the end of this race. Saxman is still pulling away though on those mediums, kind of just chilling. He is 9 seconds in front of Whiffy, 10 now. HRC gaining on Funky Cactus as it down to 4 seconds, excuse me, 4 seconds now. Closest battle is LDR Redeemer trying to get past Cardinal, who is on the softs at his suicide around here.
He might, again, looking at his position, he might say, I'm just going to do the double soft and get fastest lap and hold my position around 7th to 10th. That might be his strategy call to try and gather as many points as he can out of this race. So again, strategy calls might have been the thing. Everyone else is struggling on those mediums.
There's a massive gap to,
he might have the pace.
To Andre Muri.
Yeah,
he might, but there's a big gap to Andre Muri and CJ Gamering, who are in 10th and 11th. And Saxman goes quickest with a 1:39.3, so he holds that fastest lap. And LDR Redeemer is still harassing SF1 Cardinal.
As Maverick is trying to get a run on WhiffyWinner, he's got DRS, he's trying to close it in on turn one, he's going to think again. Going to try and slot himself closer.
It's hard to watch.
Into the DRS
HRC goes quickest. So HRC is coming in yellow flag in sector 2, and it's one of the McLarens. No, it is not. His green flag is back out. The Maverick looks real racy on WhiffyWinner. See if he can make a move. Late dive. Nope, can't get it done. Locks up a little bit in that left front. As soon as Maverick gets by WhiffyWinner, I think he's going to drive away. But he's looking. I think the best opportunity is down that back straightaway, going into that left-hander for him. Later on, I will be commentating with my buddy Daniel Stevens the Tier 1 race, so that race around Singapore, it should be really exciting. Hopefully all of you AVs will tune into that. It's going to be a good one. As it usually is every week, we got some of the best drivers. It is the best league in America, I'd like to say. So, clean driving, very good driving. And Redeemer has gotten around SF1 Cardinal for 7th position. So he looks to set his sights on the hard-running next center. This race seems like it's going forever, Colin, not gonna lie, but as we continue, HRC is gaining on Funky Cactus, almost has it down to 2 seconds now. So he's really coming. Woo! Almost gets very close to that wall, almost touches it. Now you're gonna drive the circuit on the edge. Maverick still looking to find a way around a WhiffyWinner. 516, who is your points leader. Maverick's up in the top 3 in points.
Maverick seems to have a hard time getting a good run on the Whiffy. He's just been able to hold on to the back of him. I would imagine with Whiffy's wing damage, he would have been able to... And Maverick gets another 3-second time penalty. That's not going to help him out in the end, but he does have that gap to Funky Cactus as it is right now.
Yeah, definitely. As they continue, Maverick is losing a little bit of time to WhiffyWinner as they go onto that lighted bridge. I love this circuit, especially at night.
It's a wonderful street track. It's a wonderful track.
I really want to go to Singapore one day. I think that place is so cool.
Either that or
I'd love
Suzuka and go to that track in Japan. Any of the Asian circuit are still interesting to come and see.
See, I am not a big fan of Suzuka, I have to say, but as they continue, Funky Cactus losing time to HRC. HRC put in a purple sector, but has turned it down a little bit. Looks very quick through there. This lap, he should be able to be in striking distance of Funky Cactus as he goes fastest with a 139.0. He is coming on Funky Cactus right now. I'm wondering if HRC can get his way and make his way on the podium from the back of the grid. That would be a storyline.
He's definitely shown he's got the pace, especially with inters to mediums. That's a very interesting one.
It's going to be a little bit too far back to make a move here on Funky Cactus, but yellow flag sector 1, and it's one of the McLarens. It's Weiser Square. He's down the, let's take a look real quick on him. He's around, lost his wing, resets the track, so I'm just waiting for a safety car here because I feel like there's going to be one coming out. As Andre Murray passes Weiser Square, this has been a shame tonight for the McLarens, and HRC is all over the back. Will he make a move? No, he won't. He thinks better of it. I like to make a move down through there, but HRC thinks better of it, and now Funky Cactus pulls away because of the compromised exit he received. As they continue, HRC is harassing Funky Cactus. The scared Cactus. That's not Funky Cactus anymore.
Oh, and HRC
hits the wall a little bit.
Saves the wing though.
Anything. Ooh, doesn't save it. That was a close call from him. That would have shafted his race a little bit.
Maverick didn't get DRS this time around on Whiffy. He's just outside the zone.
Yeah, so Maverick might have burned up all his stuff that he has. Weiser Square, 5-second time penalty, and he just got a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting, so he is, that's a shame. Those McLarens tonight are really looking like the McLarens are split one.
Having a hard time. Poor guys.
Having a hard time every race. But as they continue, HRC looks to make a move on Funky Cactus again. Maverick still pretty under second in Weiser Square, another time penalty. So Maverick looks under a second now of WhiffyWinner, and yellow flag in sector 1. It looks like Weiser Square has thought better of it and has retired.
retired in the pits. That's the end of the McLaren's run for tonight. No points for them for the constructors, sadly.
Yeah, then those are two good drivers, and last week they really did put on the show. So, Weisenskor has left the sector after what a quitter. No, I'm playing. But HRC is still behind Funky Cactus, and Funky Cactus looks like he's pulling away a little bit. HRC's saving his stuff maybe for the next lap. See if he can make another run at him. But Maverick is closer to WhiffyWinner this time. Gets a little loose coming out of the tunnel there. Around the chicane they go. Very close to that wall. High gear, stays in fifth. Has to lift off a little bit. The tire temperatures have to be screaming. Tires are so hard around here to stay cold. Stay them, have them in the temperature that you need them.
Funky is catching up on Maverick.
Oh, and the two Haas's. And SF1 Cardinal pits on those softs, so 6 laps it took. And LDR Redeemer is also in the pits, so he might have to change his front wing because 5 laps of mediums. It's quite surprising, so he's probably going to have to get a wing change. Yes, he will. He's getting a wing change, and SF1 Cardinal will overtake him on the mediums, so as they continue, HRC still behind Funky Cactus. I keep saying it.
Yes, but the gap between
Maverick and Whiffy
and Funky has now dropped to 2 seconds. It was closer to 4. It's now halved with HRC pushing Funky Cactus, stressing him out. Funky is just dealing with the pressure and pushing.
Yes, he is. So good on Funky Cactus. Excuse me. But yellow flag sector 1, maybe a little bit of contact between the Racing Point and the Haas, but as they continue, Funky Cactus is gaining on BRL Maverick as Maverick and WhiffyWinner continue to go nose to tail, and Toxin gets a 3-second time penalty, so Maverick still trying to find a way around WhiffyWinner. Goes a little bit deep through there. Whiffy gets a better exit.
Now Funky Cactus is the second
through fifth.
Down.
Is he?
Yeah, it's closing. The gap is. We're gonna have a fight at the end here.
It looks like it. It really does. So between second and fifth is where the action is right now. Funky Cactus goes a little bit deep there. This might compromise his exit. Let's see what HRC can do. Overtake mode and DRS. Will he make a move? He's going to move over to the left. Is he going to send it? No, he thinks better of it. Funky Cactus locks up a little bit there, but they stay no. Oh, and HRC. Woo! They almost make contact there.
Guys got to be careful. They don't want to lose too much time to the guys ahead. I think they got a little bit greedy and said, hey, they're only 2 seconds out. Let's fight a little bit more. I think these guys need to get a little bit closer to start pulling some of those antics.
I think Maverick and WhiffyWinner both have 3-second time penalties, so this might slot Funky Cactus up into second, and then it's a horse race between HRC, Maverick, and WhiffyWinner with those penalties, if I can remember properly. But yeah, Funky Cactus is coming. The gap is now within a second, almost a second. SF1 Cardinal has retired from the session in the pit lane, so he's had enough of the Singapore Grand Prix. Tough conditions out here, going from rain to slicks. Drivers getting big runs and battling it out, so he was in the back.
It looks like Whiffy, out of the top group, has the least amount of warnings and penalties from what it looks, but Funky Cactus is now in DRS range of Maverick, and
here comes HRC right behind him.
Yeah, we now have our 4-man fight.
Here we go. Let's see if Maverick can get by WhiffyWinner. We got a slow car of SF1 Cardinal, who is AI. I thought he retired from the race. With Maverick, let's see what he can do with this DRS overtake mode activated. He's going to move over to the left and see if he can make a move on WhiffyWinner. And hard braking from the both of them, and Maverick is through. Up in the second, so he was really looking forward to this race, and he is now up in the second. Funky Cactus almost loses it there, but Going to try and make a move on Whiffy. Gets a little bit deep there. Compromises his exit. HRC finds himself in 5th, right behind him still. Whiffy looks to be struggling a little bit with all these guys having a front wing and him not having an end plate. HRC makes a little contact with Funky Cactus. Very close racing from them. HRC likes that move through that little, almost hairpin type corner. Yellow flag in sector 2.
Yellow, that's going to be McFace Taste out.
Next is out, so if that brings out a virtual safety car, that does bring out a virtual safety car. I wish it was a safety car, but yeah, so the field can all save up and relax for a few minutes here as we get this virtual safety car over with. But Saxman is your leader by 12 to 13 seconds still. This man is balling out, and HRC is coming into the pits. So a bold move from HRC, thinking that those drivers in front of him have to pit, and he's going to go on the softs to the end of the race.
He's going to get a fresh wing as well. And
yes,
he can make the most of this VSC.
So that's going to save him some time. That's going to be like a normal pit stop. So
Senna comes out ahead, but he's on old hards compared to those fresh softs. HRC wants the fastest lap, and he's probably going to take that position back, or at least try to fight for it.
So very interesting strategy call out of HRC. Let's see if that works out for him. So he's going to push like hell. But Funky Cactus is now all over the back of WhiffyWinner, your points leader, as Maverick drives away from these two. Locks up a little bit in his racing point. They go onto the bridge. Beautiful view we have here. Codemasters, thank you for that. Funky Cactus trying to get a better exit. Goes a little bit wide to see if he can get a better exit. Gets a little loose there. Oversteer. But it's still harassing WhiffyWinner for that final podium position. But yeah, what a masterclass from Saxman. He's still about 12.5 seconds in front of Maverick.
Maverick has closed in that gap a bit. It seems like Saxman has either eased off, taken it a little bit easy, or Maverick might just actually have stronger pace here, and Saxman got lucky being ahead of Whiffy with the broken wing for most of the race, giving him such a gap that it's just unfightable at this point.
Yeah, if I was Saxman, I'd just take a nice relaxing stroll here at the end of the race. I mean, he has a 12-second lead with 6 to go here at Singapore, which is a lot of ground to make up.
The HRC has closed in 2 seconds on Max Senna in 1 lap. He's really pushing, and he wants to close it in.
And these drivers in the on the mediums might just pit. I am not sure. It might be too little too late for them to pit, but HRC, let's see what he can do, because he was up there now but pitted for the soft. He's going to go for that fastest lap and see if he can make his way up there, maybe to a 5th or a 4th. Funky Cactus is all over the back of WhiffyWinner still. This battle just won't end between those two, and Andre Miri pits. He out is Alfa Romeo. Good on him for not getting discouraged after starting on pole. Again, these cars are practicing social distancing besides WhiffyWinner and Funky Cactus, but they are wearing masks. As they continue, we'd like from everybody at BRL, we hope everyone is staying safe at home during this pandemic. It is a shame that what's going on right now in America. We hope everybody is safe and well, and we hope that their family members will stay safe. So as we continue, Funky Cactus looks to be making a move on WhiffyWinner, and does. Goes around the outside, goes a little bit deep through there, but gets the move done on WhiffyWinner. So Funky Cactus now slots himself up into a podium position in that racing point. So good maneuvering on him, and WhiffyWinner goes a little deep there. He's going to compromise his exit. He's going to drive away, and HRC is putting in a blistering lap, a 1:37.8 on those fresh tires. He is now within 2 seconds of Max Senna, who's on 12 laps of the hard compound tire.
To get that position, if there was a last-minute safety car to happen now, I think
yellow flag sector 2,
favor.
and it's Toxin. Toxin is out of this race, and virtual safety car is out. So these leaders are nowhere near the pits. Besides Saxman, not really. So this is going to just be a recharge. If this was a safety car, this would just play in the hands of HRC.
Being on those softs and having maybe the deg to go to the end and, you know, making something really happen from the back.
That's a shame for Toxin, though.
26 laps to make it here, just to crash out. It sucks, considering how far you go.
Yes, that I've known that feeling before, and it's definitely not a good one. But virtual safety car is still out for Toxin on Fires DNF. But as we ride along with HRC here, he's only 2 seconds down from Max Senna.
He's going to get a good
racing is underway.
He's going to get a really good run out of the BSC. He's going to get a
3-second
time penalty, though. But he's on the back of Max Senna. He's going to make a move out of turn 1, I'm sure of it. As they are coming down out of sector 3.
We have, and Funky Cactus, no, he gets a 3-second time penalty, so that might help WhiffyWinner, who does not have a penalty at all, I'm pretty sure, slot himself up into the podium positions. HRC finally gets around Max Senna, though, so now he looks to drive away.
Try to close in as much of that gap as he can, maybe catch some of these guys on penalties, but I'm not so sure he can at this point, but we'll have to see.
Oh, and Maverick goes a little bit wide, barely saves it. So Funky Cactus, that opens the door for him to get back up there and challenge for that second position. But Saxman, I have to tell you, Saxman, what a master class today. He is normally a Tier 1 driver, but he has come into Tier 2. I am not sure why, but he's just led from the beginning after getting by Andre Neri on the first lap and set sail. So
again, I would have to say it's a very lucky drive for him. He got lucky with Whiffy being behind on that broken wing, and then got lucky that in Singapore there wasn't a safety car. So, hey, that's something. No safety cars for T2. Good on you guys.
Yeah, but there might be for T1, so hopefully all the viewers come check that out. It's going to be an interesting race. The points are getting tight through the midfield, and New Zealand Ryan is pulling away.
Funky Cactus is now into the DRS range of Maverick. He really wants to make this a fight for the podium down to the end.
Yes, he does. Funky Cactus is getting on it as of now, and WhiffyWinner, there's a 3-second time penalty, so that's going to hurt him. I am not sure what everything stands as of now, but Funky Cactus is looking real racy on Maverick with 4 to go here. Down in the corner, he's all over his gearbox now. Again, thank you for tuning in. This is BRL Tier 2, Breakout Racing League. Best league in America.
The Premier League of America.
No, it's the best. Are you kidding me?
We are so
doesn't
premium.
got anything on us.
No.
But Funky Cactus, as he continues trying to make it real racy for Maverick here at the end. HRC is pulling away from Max Senna, who is on those hard tires. So HRC is coming up the field. He's gained maybe 4 seconds over Max Senna. But there is a massive gap from WhiffyWinner.
On Whiffy, though, so he will gain a bit and keep that distance. He does have a few penalties, so I think he just wants to kind of maintain his position and have fastest lap at this point. He has done himself very well for points, starting from the back on a qualifying ban, though. Up 13 positions at this point.
And Colin, I have to say that you picked Saxman to win this race.
And I picked HRC to be the one to watch. I don't know why I watch races anymore
yes.
if I can call it this well. But Funky Cactus is still just trying to catch up to the back of Maverick. And it looks like Maverick has been trying to save some ERS to have some fighting power for the last lap.
And I hate to say it, but I have just received a little BRL info here, but Tia Marduk might be driving as a reserve driver in BRL Tier 1.
Well, that will be interesting to watch.
So,
he's got
Tia Marduk, the famous YouTuber, the famous F1 YouTuber that many people across the world might be in BRL Tier 1 a couple of races as a reserve driver. So some BRL info there for any of you viewers who are tuning in. There's 5 viewers, kind of going down, kind of getting boring here, because all the cars are still practicing social distancing.
Now, Andre is on the back of CJ. He's trying to make a move for the final lap, trying to make some more points out of today's race. So those two aren't quite done yet.
Real racy.
And Funky
4 laps on
Cactus
the mediums.
is going to start his final lap.
He's going to have DRS. He's going to have DRS. He's going to go on moves over to the left and then the right. Actually, excuse me, the other way around. I cannot find the direction properly, but Andre Muri does not make the move on CJ Gaming, and there's 1 to go.
And Funky Cactus gets a little bit weird, a little wiggly out of turn 3. He's going to lose his little gap to Maverick, and that's going to cost him. But Maverick did get another 3-second time penalty, so I don't know if the penalties will take this away from Maverick, unfortunately. HRC has closed in that gap on Whiffy quite a bit, down to 3 seconds. I know HRC's got more penalties than Whiffy, but man, he's closed that gap.
Wow, I have not been paying attention to that. So good on HRC, is really pushing that car, slinging it around here at the old Singapore stand. I hated those corners when they had them, but yeah, as we continue, we're riding on board. Funky Cactus is looking to make a move on BRL Maverick with the penultimate lap, as Saxman is going to cross the line here to make that the final lap. Long race, I have to say. But exciting through the tight through second through 5th. Saxman is just driven away on a masterclass as he starts the final lap in his Mercedes. I can't hype him up enough, but very great drive out of him.
HRC is going to try and make a move on Whiffy. He's trying to line it up before turn 1. He wants to try and get this into sector 1. He wants that position. He's going to fight Whiffy for it all the way through.
Let's see if he can do it. I think he might have a shot here down at a 1. Will he make the dive? Yes, he will! HRC on the inside, they make contact. But WhiffyWinner stays ahead. HRC looking real racy though on those softs. This would be an amazing drive out of him if he can get this 4th position here at the end of the race. It doesn't look like Funky Cactus is anywhere near BRL Maverick to make a move, but the battle is between HRC and WhiffyWinner. WhiffyWinner, your points leader, is getting overtaken right now. Maverick on the HRC on the inside gets the move done. Very clean pass from HRC, and they make contact. WhiffyWinner taps HRC, but they save it though. That was very close. And HRC, let's see if he can drive away. I know these two both have penalties, so that'll be interesting to see what happens when they cross the line. But Saxman, what a dominant drive all day long. The gap between him and Maverick is 19 seconds. So 19 seconds. He has really just been the class of the field today as he comes around the final couple of corners. Comes around this left-hander one more time, sees the fireworks. Saxman is going to be your winner here in BRL Tier 2 in his Mercedes. Let's see about Funky Cactus and BRL Maverick. Very good races out of them. Battled all day long, those two. But it looks like Maverick will get the best here of Funky Cactus. They will both finish on the podium, second and third. Maverick crosses the line second, and Funky Cactus has now overtaken him for second. HRC gets fourth. Let's see about WhiffyWinner, and HRC stays in fourth. So hell of a drive out of him. The Funky Cactus, like I said, overtakes Maverick. WhiffyWinner comes home in fifth. Max Senna in sixth. LDR Redeemer coming through the final sector now in his Racing Point. Pretty far behind, but is going to get some points out of here for his Racing Point team. Very good points day out of them, as well as Mercedes.
And Max Senna moved up 10 positions. HRC moved up 14. Funky Cactus moved up 8. Like, these guys were a lot of the mid-pack runners that seemed to just kind of find their way through. So,
yes,
that's
they
the way
were.
it goes.
They're getting real slippery on that exit. But Andre Murray looks like he has gotten the best of CJ Gaming for that 8th position. So Andre Murray's going to come home in 8th, depending on penalties. And CJ Gaming will come home in 9th as the fireworks continue to just spew out here. Yep, so that is your Singapore Grand Prix. Very exciting through the end of the race there between Maverick and Funky Cactus and WhiffyWinner and HRC. But Colin, very good race. Any takeaways?
Oh man, what kind of takeaway do you have when it starts wet and then goes to the medium? It's pretty much the ultimate test of the driver and the setup. It really shows you who can really dish it out in both the conditions of the whole track in its entirety. So just an amazing race to have that mix and to see how these drivers handled it.
Yeah, for sure. And your winner, Saxman, is spraying that champagne all over the place. But what a drive out of him today. I cannot say that enough. But your final grid is going to be, let's get through this. Saxman 24 and the Mercedes has won the race, started second. Funky Cactus from 10th has finished, Funky Cactus started 10th, gets second in his Racing Point. BRL Maverick, who started 7th, rounds out the podium positions in that Renault. HRC, I'm going to have to give HRC my driver of the day. He came all the way from dead last on the grid to finish in 4th place on a 2-stop. WhiffyWinner in the Toro Rosso comes home in 5th. Max Senna in 6th. LDR Redeemer in the Racing Point comes home in 7th. Andre Murray comes home in 8th, beating CJ Gamer in 9th. Tazonic in 10th. And that rounds out your top 10. I was not able to finish that. But Colin, can you get those drivers who finished party to interview them?
Working on that, yes. As soon as we can get the lobby here.
We can interview those guys real quick. And BRL Maverick has joined the party. Funky Cactus and is Saxman.
I've invited him. We're just waiting on everybody to jump in here, but what a race. Oh.
And here comes Saxman now. Saxman, if you wouldn't mind checking that box for me, we can get this interview started. Saxman, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we can hear you. So what a dominant race out of you. I mean, just class of the field. You kept pulling away from those guys in 2nd and 3rd. Take me through your race. How did it feel out there? Did you have any moments? Yeah, take me through it.
No, man, it was pretty clean. Of course, Andre got the pole there with a pretty solid lap. I thought I had him beat, but lost too much time in that 3rd sector, and then unfortunate for him to go out with some wing damage in the wet there, and from there it was just control the pace, not make any mistakes, and don't pick up any time penalties, and it was pretty easy sailing out front there. So nothing too exciting, and but congrats to Mav for P2, and then or I think Funky Cactus actually got P2, and then Mav for rounding out the podium there.
Yes, I mean, you were really quick in the wet, and then when you got in the dry, you just flew away from those guys. The gap at the end of the race was 18 seconds, so congratulations to you. How do you feel about going to Russia next week?
I don't really like Russia, so just come out with some good pace, I hope, and just challenge for a podium, I hope. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, for sure. Again, congratulations to you. What a masterclass out there.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, so Funky Cactus, do you got a copy?
Yeah.
So you battled it out all race. I mean, you started deeper in the field, and you came through the field and got a brilliant second position. How was your race?
Yeah, it was pretty tough, especially in qualifying. I ran out of fuel on the final straight, so I couldn't improve, and I was starting P10. Start was kind of hectic, but I made it through the rain phase. Then on the dry phase, it was just pushing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you were out there battling Maverick. Did you know that Maverick had some penalties at the end, and did you know that you were going to move up to second?
I actually didn't. I thought he still had 6 seconds where I had 6 seconds too, so I thought that was my race done, but I guess the penalties, he got another 3-second penalty near the end.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on your second place finish. How do you feel about going into Russia next week?
Not too confident. It's mostly just 90-degree right-handers and left-handers, so I'll have to work on my traction and adjust braking points.
All right. Well, congratulations to you for being on the podium, getting that second position. Maverick, do you have a copy?
Oh, yeah.
So Maverick, you were in there for a while sitting in second, but you lost it at the end there. Take me through your race.
Just got pretty much just getting held up all day. That's what really went down. I got stuck behind people in the first stint under the rain. I had wing damage, and I mean, you just really can't pass here in the wet unless you get a massive run, and I never could. And then I got screwed in the pit lane because I don't know, I passed Whiffy in the pit, but then it just put his car, drove right through mine, and so I had to try to pass him again, and then I just lost a bunch of times. He still had wing damage, and then from there Saxman pretty much had a huge lead, so it was pretty much GG, and then my tires were roasted at the end, and
Yeah, you were
Funky
having
Cactus
a few
caught
moments.
me.
Yeah, you did have a few moments there at the end. You were barely hanging on, but I'm glad you did, and congratulations on that third place. How do you feel about Russia next week? Some of these drivers in here have said that they're not too thrilled with it. What is your take on that?
It's the worst track in the game, but
All right.
we'll show up and see what we can do.
Yeah, for sure. So congratulations again to you finishing third in your Renault.
Oh yeah.
Closing in the championship at least a little bit with the finishing fifth.
Yeah, how did you guys
and
catch
you
his
up in
illegal?
third.
Did you guys catch his Lewis illegal pit entry on stream?
Yes, I did. I did see that. That was
He
very
did get a
interesting.
time.
So
I'm not sure if he got a time penalty for it, but yeah, it was a little weird.
it was a little weird. I was interested to see what the take after the race was. But Colin, any final words that you have?
What can I say after a wet Singapore run, going from wets to mediums and softs? That was just an interesting run and an interesting battle from you guys in the mid pack. Unfortunately for Saxman, you didn't have much of the battle that Funky Cactus and Maverick and Whiffy and some of the other guys were having back there, but there was some dramatic racing that you didn't see, so...
Yeah, I mean, this was a great display of some good driving out there. These drivers really left it all out on the table. But yeah, again, this was Breakout Racing League Tier 2. We will be back next weekend, Saturday at 8 o'clock for Tier 2 at Russia. So we look forward to seeing all the viewers there again. My name is John Webster. I'm alongside Colin. Tier 1 is about to start at 10 o'clock, so hopefully you guys tune into that. But thanks for tuning in. Stay safe and have a great week.